The three-game series with arch rival Cleveland here on Ballot.
And then he counters it with what he has in his arsenal.
An extra base hit for the Indians the other day. Franmil Reyes
Basically has three pitches. He throws a four-seam fast.
Jacoby Jones, 4 putouts on opening day. Makes his 2021 debut. Had 11 games starting the catching for the second straight game. Jonathan
Right field and then changing to kind of straight in. It's going to be
went too far and a strikeout to start the day for Julio
good
Teheran.
grip angle. Shows how that ball spins out of his hand.
And attacking the zone. An easy play for Jacoby Jones. 2 away. 2 away for Jose Ramirez. Another 0-2. And a tapper back to him. You like that debut? At least for the first inning, I do. There's Robbie Grossman at the top. 3rd time the other day that he had.
His best pitch is a slider. He throws about 30.
On the ground, a second for Hernandez. Smooth fielding. Murray Grove awnings. The outfield has a different center fielder than with Ramirez. Jimenez will do the catching for a second straight game for Cleveland. The way Cleveland plays him off the base. We'll see. Didn't really get a chance, did he? 4-pitch walk. Yeah, but again, the carryover from spring.
And will be throughout the year. Attention to detail.
And now the payoff. It will. And bounce off the wall. Got an RBI triple. And the top
Was elevated, Shep, and he didn't miss it. The good hitters blowing hard in. Ben Galmo all stretched out there. Gets by him. Gets aggressive on. That was a real good slider there.
The 0-2. On the ground. Nice play at
Get it
short.
done.
He gets the job done. Cast
Play, and what I mean by that is as soon as the ball makes contact.
with 2 in the first on Thursday. They have gotten to Zach
Out there.
That's big, isn't it?
It is big.
1-2 to Scope. Tapper back to the mound. Plesac handles it. But
AJ was in LA, obviously with the Astros playing the Dodgers. And then once we got to our floor, I reached out, extended my hand. And
it's gone. Hit that one a mile, didn't he?
Damage. Eddie Rosario gets the same elevated pitch.
2 homers in Minnesota in 2019.
Kansas City, and of course, Francis.
The 1-2. Not that time, though. Teheran. Job for Grossman, but he tracked it well for out number 2.
Stay motivated, focused. They're seeing their own pitchers.
Infield, Castro takes control. Cleveland gets one back. It's 2-1 Detroit.
Season off. You're a guy from the Northwest. Flakes with the white ball.
I'm sure it's not easy to hit in. You know, I know it's not easy to hit a heater in.
For a lot of reasons, which they should.
Well, regardless of what you do, and kind of with what how Wilson, just has come about and got to know each and every pitcher
on the day. Runners on the move. Rosario is there. And the Tigers are done in the set.
Shep, I think it's supposed to warm up as
2021, sponsored by incredible Gold Glove, and perhaps the best ever. Cut off by Jacoby Jones, and Perez has to put on the brakes after a sharp turn at first.
Roberto Perez working the count. He fouled off it, tries to pull it or swing hard.
Right in front of Robbie Grossman, and the first 2 Indians are on here in the 3rd.
Basically just throws his hands at the ball. It's right off the end of
To start the day. On the
There it
ground,
is.
backhand stab by Scope. To second for 1, and the relay is
got
in
it.
time.
And then it makes a perfect throw. And that's another key. You make good.
Here's the 3-1. And he walked him.
Didn't give in.
And a guy with really good speed at first base. Often 1-2. On the ground, into the shift, and an easy hop for Nico Goodrum. To lead off the 3rd, Cabrera would hit 4th.
Hit a poor result. Robbie takes it and works a walk.
Just beautiful. What an approach. First, Willie Castro had a really good at-bat, too. And doesn't get called on any strikes. Take care of it. And bringing it in a little bit more, and there's 1 away. And he says, because that's the reason I got him at the top of the lineup for his ball game at short.
Well, there's
First to call for it, 2 away. But these guys on the base paths have preached
from himself.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss.
Jammed him on a fastball at Old Tigers Stadium. Broke that they were given a couple of the other players. He ends up working. Yeah, and he had a great, he just got all tangled up inside. And then he's
home runs that Reyes hit a year ago, 9-4.
Down and in again.
Sharply hit on the ground.
There's
Candelario, a nice play and a chance to turn two. Dug out of the dirt.
It almost throws the ball over, but good job by Scope to finish that. Not off that sweet part of the barrel.
Breeding, still going back. That's off the wall.
Yeah. That ball was barreled. Being the good part of the bat on the ball. We're committed to that pitch.
But there is Nomar Mazara.
Like what you did last year, you and Gibby with the end of
Belt reference there too, John.
You'll see him a little bit later in today's game, but certainly before the series is over.
Yeah, starting to warm up a little bit. And Jack, you and I saw him throw in the spring. He was,
I think, as confidence grew.
First Tigers hit for Nomar Mazara in his Detroit career. Got up. Eddie Rosario. Out number 2.
We've got a new look here at Valley Sports.
Don't strike out to walk ratio a year ago. Takes care of business, and the Tigers go quietly in the 4th. Speaking of Craigman,
count all even here at 2-2.
I'm noticing with Tehran, he doesn't give in to the hitters.
Right.
Use all the weapons you can.
Puts him away.
Wrapped around or the hands wrapped around the ball, gets that tidbit on Tehran's slider. What their feet are doing, what their belt is doing a few times today, that he can counter it very nicely.
Into the shift for Nico Goodrum, 2 away.
But he pitch with the count full. You've got to throw it.
3 different major league ballparks, 30 I should say, 30 different
group of pitches. And that was a good
poke to left, and Robbie Grossman is there. Tehran, I know somebody. Then both have kind of settled in. A slow grounder to short. 286 career hitter in this ballpark. Oakland. Foul territory for Jake Bowers, who have to elevate their game even more.
And I think they will.
In foul territory, puts it away. Simo, great insight as always. You hit the first grand slam of this
bullpen, and maybe even the back end of a bullpen, but throws strike 1, gets a quick out. That's perfect.
1 pitch, 1
to start the season. We don't know where it'll all end up.
Second walk of the day with 1 away and a man on.
Being a little too fine. Maybe.
The 2-0. Pop-up's got plenty of room. Out number 2 in the Cleveland organization.
He's going to have to start that way again.
On the backhand, Scope will take it himself. And a nice debut in both the 4th and the 5th inning.
Yeah, and he's the nephew of MLB.
That is down, and Cabrera holds on for a leadoff single here in the 6th.
That was vintage Miguel Cabrera right there. Flashbacks of when he was younger and thought about.
Went the opposite way.
Get through.
On the ground to short. Could be 2. And Cleveland turns it.
In right to the shortstop, over to Cesar.
Offense that was challenged even with them, but the 2-1 sharply hit and through for.
Hernandez at second base.
The 1-2. Tigers strand a pair. It here from Terry Francona, and that's when A.J. Hinch went out.
But it's a whole new year, and he's going to be pitching and starting out of the bullpen.
Meeting between Michael Fulmer and Yu Chang.
He pounds the zone. He's not afraid to show that fastball.
Scope gives way to Nico Goodrum.
95 on the hands. The 7th. Maybe he goes back out for the top of the 8th.
The 3-1. Giving chase.
Got it.
He did.
Jonathan is kind of leery of that.
We were asking A.J. Hinch about.
He'd be back out there. I know that for a fact.
14 pitches gets him through the 7th. And 2-1. Let's update our Ram Pick the Stick. Jones over the head of the leaping shortstop Andres Jimenez.
It's a one-run game. You always want to have that add-on mentality, and I think it's off. He wants him to work the count.
Jones stays, and Grossman draws another walk.
That's a tough pitch to lay. Just have to regroup.
The other.
That's just beautiful.
Jones is going to score.
Well, brings a lot of smiles in the dugout. Decision to send Jacoby Jones. Try to go away. He wants me to roll over a ground ball.
BI triple back in the first. First pitch swinging on the ground to second.
The other way, and that was off Shane Bieber. And then today,
lost him inside. Grossman tags. The throw on its way. It's cut off.
He wasn't going to be able to get a lot on it. Robbie Grossman plus speed.
Another 3-2 offering. And dropping. Mazzara with it of the day. And his first
down there. So that was just heads up base, swings it in to home. And had he thrown it to second, going all the way to the plate, and he just scattles. Right-hander, Maton. That's a key to a winning team. You know, what do you do?
The payoff to Ramos. But Naylor is there. Had to leap for it. The Tigers. Willie told me they don't talk much about baseball when they get together. I wonder if he'll talk about that strikeout.
Basic four-seam fastball.
The Jugs gun and how much. Finds a hole on the left side for a one-out single. And the 0-2. Center. Hernandez runs well. He'll take third. Holds on. Fourth and again in the sixth.
Doesn't hit a lot of balls.
Jacoby Jones with plenty of room. An easy tag from third for Cesar Hernandez. The sacrifice 5-2 Detroit.
And more than likely coming in.
Like this one. Here's the 1-2.
It's the mistake, though.
Drops in front of Grove. Third on the single from Franmil Reyes. And Dozens has got room. And Brian Garcia gets out of it on Bally Sports. 5 pick out of the Yankees organization. I thought you were ready to stump me there, buddy. Rung up, looking. Toward the line and makes the grab.
Nice job of
nice running.
Staying focused, sees the ball into the glove.
Storm and Norman. There it is. It's fun to. On the outside corner to ring him up.
But you want to retire that first hitter. He's had it.
The 2-0 to Yu Chang.
Did what he's supposed to do there. Throw a strike.
On an 8-pitch at bat in the 5th. See ya.
96, Shep. Coming to their feet.
Here we go. The 1-1. Robbie Grossman is there, and the Tigers start the year 2-0. Beat Cleveland 5-2. Let's send it to John Keating.